Hi everyone, today we are diving deep into the heart of Power Platform, which is Dataverse. For anyone aiming for a serious Power Platform role, mastering Dataverse is non-negotiable. So let's tackle the top 11 Dataverse intro questions in this video. Now before we dive into our first question, I want to share something truly valuable. For anyone serious about mastering Power Platform interviews and building robust apps, you need a single reliable source. That's why I have created the courseelevate.com Dataverse Interview Hub. On our Dataverse Interview here, you will find 120 plus Dataverse Interview questions and answers. So think of it as a ultimate data source. 7. The link is given in the description. Let's start our first question. What is Microsoft Dataverse? Dataverse is a smart database in the cloud, and what makes it smart is that it has built-in powerful feature like role-based security and data validation. So it acts as a central hub for Power Platform, just like you see in the diagram. So your Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI Reports, and Power Virtual Agent all connect to Dataverse to manage their data. And the best part, this is secure, scalable, and you don't have to manage any servers. Even Microsoft official definition is that simple. Dataverse lets you securely store and manage data that is used by business applications. Let's move to our next question. How does Microsoft Dataverse differ from traditional relational database? With management and ease of use, Dataverse is a clear winner for business apps. Microsoft manages everything and it's a low code, whereas a traditional database requires you to manage servers and have technical expertise. Dataverse has a business logic and seamless integration which is built in with Power Platform, but in the traditional database, you have to configure that manually. So this leads to our final points, which is scaling. So Dataverse is suited for business apps, while traditional database are better for massive datasets. The cost is also different. Dataverse is a subscription, while a traditional database is an infrastructure and staff cost. So the best use is simple. Choose Dataverse for quick, secure app development, and choose a traditional database when you need to manage very large scale data. Let's move to our next question. What is the purpose of forms and views in Dataverse? So both are essential for how user interact with data, but they serve very different function. The easiest way to remember it is forms are for one record, whereas views are for many records. So let's look at the forms. A form is a user interface used to create, view, and edit a single record. So think of it as a data entry screen for one employee or one customer. So there are three types of forms. The first is the main form for all the details. Then we have quick create form to add new records fast. And then we have a quick view form to see the related data from another table. Now let's look at the views. So a view is all about displaying a list of records from a table. So it controls which columns will appear and how data is sorted. So what filters are applied to help you find what you need. For example, a view can be a system view, which is the built-in view, and it can be a public. So that view is shared with everyone, and a personal view that you can create for yourself. The next question is, what are the common data types supported in Dataverse? To store different kinds of data, Dataverse supports many different column types. So here are some of the most common ones. First, we have a text data type that are used for names, emails, and URLs. Then we have numeric type for things like quantity and price. For dates, we have date and time, and for selections, we have a choice type. Then Boolean for yes or no values. It also have a reference or lookup types which is used to link records in another table, like a customer that points to the order table. And you can also store files by using the file column types. And finally, we have calculated and roll-up column types that are used for formula or aggregated values like a total price. So be prepared to name a few of these in your interview. Our next question is, how do business rules work within Microsoft Dataverse? So think of them as a no-code way to enforce logic and data consistency. As you can see on the screen, a business rule is basically an if-then statement. So you can do things like set field value, make other fields required, or even show the hidden fields based on the user input. Let's look at a real world example from an order table. So you could create a rule that says if order amount is greater than $100,000, then set the required approval field to yes and make the approver field visible and required. Another example is, what if order status is cancelled, then hide the shipping date field. The key point to mention here is these rules run client side, meaning they happen instantly in the user browser as they fill out the form. The next question is how a relationship defined and managed in Dataverse. So in Dataverse, we have three types of relationships: one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-one. First is one-to-many. So this is where one record can link to many others. A classic example is customer have many orders. So this is physically created by adding a lookup column on the many side of the relationship. Next we have many-to-one relationship. So this is just the reverse of 1:n relationship. Let's have an example. So here many orders link back to one customer. Third we have many-to-many. So this is used when a record in one table can link to many records in another and vice versa. For example, a student can enroll in many courses and each courses can have many students. So Dataverse handle this complexity for you. So it creates a special table called as intersect table so that manage all the connections. Next question is what is the difference between a standard table and a custom table in Dataverse? A standard table are the out of the box table provided by Microsoft. They cover common business needs that almost every organization require. For example, account, contact and user. So while you can add columns to them, their core structure is fixed. On the other hand, custom tables are the one that are created from scratch. So these are for your specific business process that are not covered by the standard tables like project, sites, inspection or expense reports. You have complete flexibility to define their structure. The difference between these two is standard table you don't have any prefix, while custom table will always have a publisher prefix like new underscore project. So the simple rule is start with the standard table first and create custom tables for everything else. So this snapshot is from Dataverse where I have selected the custom tabs and all the custom table have been displayed and all tabs will display all the tables. The next question is what is the primary name column or primary key in a Dataverse table? So this is a great question because they sound similar but serve very different purpose. The easiest way to remember the primary key is for the system and it is a system generated grid, that long unique string of letters and numbers that you can't change. For example, account ID. Its key function is to ensure data integrity and relationships. Whereas the primary name column on the other hand is the human friendly text field that you can see. It is for user. That is what you see in the views and lookups to help you identify the specific records. So example name is account name. Unlike the primary key, this value can be edited. So the key takeaway is the primary key is the unique system identifier that guarantees integrity, while the primary name column is a readable label that provides usability for people. Next question is what is a lookup column in the Dataverse? A lookup column is a relationship bridge that connects your table. It is a special type of column that creates a link to a record in another table. For anyone with a traditional database, it's function exactly like a foreign key. The classic example is an order table. You would add a lookup column called customer that points to the customer table. This ensures every order is correctly linked to the customer who placed it. Now let's look at the diagram to see how it is made. So when you create a lookup column, here is the most important part is the related table. So this is where you will tell Dataverse which tables you want to link to. The key thing to remember is that a lookup does not store the customer's name. It stores the unique primary key of that customer record, which creates the relationship between your data. The next question is what are the core components of the Dataverse data model? The best way to answer is with the diagram as you can see on the screen. So first you have the fundamental structure, tables which holds your data, columns which define the attributes within those tables, and rows which are the individual records themselves. Now you have the relationships which we have discussed, create the connections between your tables. And finally we have business logic like business rules to enforce data validations and automation, and a robust security model to control exactly who can see and what he can do with the data. The last question is, what is a choice column and how is it used in Dataverse? So in simple terms, a choice column is a field that lets a user to select a value from a predefined drop-down list. So this was formerly known as option set, and it ensures data consistency and prevent typos. A perfect example is the priority column on the service request table. As you can see here, you have multiple options like high, medium or low, and user have to choose one among these options. So in interview you can say choice columns provides a fixed list of options from the user to choose from. So I also created a Power App interview question series which is available on my channel. So you can explore that. Link is given in the description. Please like, subscribe and share this channel, and thanks for watching. Take care.